Yes, guys, another day of calisthenics, going at night time, going to the gym, even though it's raining. Noise. One thing I like the rain, to be honest. It's just so peaceful, so quiet. Like, there's literally no cars here. It's just me in the car, just listening to the rain, pitty power, hit the windscreen. Just sounds nice, you know. There's something just about the rain and just driving. It's just an elite combination, you know. But I wanted to talk about something that I feel like a lot of people, including me, can relate to, and it's social media fitness, and how to keep training after that the motivation how the motivation wears off, and how you should view social media, how you should just view training in general. You know, because these days on social media, it's all about aesthetics, appearance, PRs, just doing fancy things just to, you know, get a click, get a hit. And overall, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Even I do it to an extent to get clicks, you know what I mean? I mean, that's how social media works, and you need to do it to an extent, but of course it needs to be balanced, right? It needs to be balanced. You can't just do weird fancy things and try to be this unique person, because let's be honest, the human body hasn't changed since the dawn of time. You know, you can believe what you want, but that's what I believe. And so that means how you build muscle isn't going to change as well. You know, not all of a sudden in 2023, just because we have social media, that the way we build muscle is going to fundamentally change. No, you still need to go through some hard work. You need to go through some resistance and do your basics, right? And so, with the age of where social media, I mean, the reason why it's so flashy and all aesthetics, and well, it's easy to sell, to be honest, because if you see something nice, you want it. It makes sense. I mean, sex appeal from the opposite gender, or same gender, however you feel, I don't know, but from the opposite gender, you know, you look good, and do a bit of this, bit of that, and if you look good here, you look good, you know, you get some success, satisfaction, which comes from the above two, and you get viral moments, which will aid your business, and, you know, it just keeps the cycle going. But it's only so far there's only so much you could do to keep that cycle going. You know, there's only so much you could go viral. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess the best analogy you could think of is like when it comes to like 6ix9ine and his thing. It's like he's always trying to reach this virality, and he's always trying to improve himself, trying to one up himself, and he got to a point where my guy's in jail. So you can't really do that when it comes to social media, because you're gonna hurt yourself in the long run. Yes, in the short term it may work out and stuff, but in the long run, you know, the more you try to keep pushing the envelope, the more you're just gonna eventually hurt yourself. I'm not saying that you shouldn't push the envelope, but at the same, I think it has to a point where what you're doing is so ridiculous and so stupid. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it, but there needs to be a balance. And I feel like the people who have just started the gym, using social media as like a barometer or a reference to keep you going, to keep you motivated, is such a unhealthy and a bad way of like looking at motivation, because you need to look at it differently, you know. Because at the end of the day, fitness is about you. Fitness is your journey, you know. Trying to read and talk at the same time is pretty hard, but I wrote that, you know, how does training make you feel? How does training make your body feel? You know, those are the questions that you really should be asking to keep yourself disciplined and motivated in the long run. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you could go gym for like 2-3 weeks during January, but when that motivation wears off, it's like, what questions are you going to be asking next? And when you find out that those superficial motivations have run off, or they're gone because they're superficial, there's only so much you can do to keep them going. There's like, what questions, what really keeps you going? Do you know what I mean? And so for me, it's the fact that blood, sweat and tears will make me a champion. You know, I know that if I keep putting the work in, I know that I'll just surpass everyone, or I'll surpass the people who I want to surpass, and I'll be so unique, you know, and it'll improve my life, it'll improve my confidence and my self-esteem. It'll make me unique and make me above average. And who doesn't want to be above average? We all want to be above average, but statistically speaking, being above average is kind of impossible, because like, if everyone's above average, then you're not above average. And so this is where champions are made. You know what I mean? You need to keep going when you lost that kind of motivation. That's when discipline comes in. And this is why I love the gym so much, because I'm going through things right now. I'm going through my struggles right now, but you know, like, I can always relate it back to a gym analogy which makes sense to me. And it allows me to conceptualize what I'm going through right now, and it just helps me understand, like, oh, I need to go through this thing right now, and I'm so grateful for it, because I know that if I pass this temporary what do you call it, hiccup in the road, right, I know that if I get over it, I'll be like doing really well. And this is where champions are made of, right? You can have your 3-week confidence boost or your motivation boost, and then that's it, you're gone. So this is where I feel like champions are made, and I'm going through that period right now when it comes to like my spirituality and my religious life, where it's like, okay, I know this is where the hard work really gets going. And so that's why I'm like, if you stick to this discipline, or just going to the gym, or just doing something, right, you learn so many lessons along the way. You know, it transforms you into someone that you never thought you'd be able to even reach, and from there you can become an above average person. But it does take consistency, it does take perseverance, it takes courage, it takes bravery, and those are the questions that you should be asking yourself, instead of like, oh, how do I put muscle, how do I do this, how do I get 6 packs, how do I do this, you know what I mean? Instead of asking those questions, it's like, because those are superficial questions. You need to ask yourself questions that go above you, that transcend you. And for me, those are the questions that I keep asking myself, and those are the questions that allow me to keep going, even though it's raining right now. Like I said, I enjoy the rain, but catch you in a bit, bro. But yeah, like I was saying, you need to start looking past those superficial things, because if you train for strength, eventually you'll get your PRs, eventually you get your body. Now of course bodybuilding is all about trying to make the body aesthetically perfect for you and for your frame and for your physique. But I think one of the downsides when it comes to bodybuilding is the fact that it's so superficial. And of course there is a sport to it, there's an element to it of being this amazingly built human being. But at the end of the day, even in beauty pageant contests or these bodybuilding contests, you're still comparing with other people. But I feel like when it comes to strength training, I can't see anything. Hold on, actually no, I don't need to. I could just figure it out. When it comes to strength training, and of course there's always going to be some level of comparison, but I just feel like if you're training for strength and you're just training for yourself, most importantly, more than anything, you will get that body, you will get that physique that you're dreaming of, you know. And it really means that you don't need to worry about all these superficial things. I really hope I'm in the bay. Oh my gosh, this car. Oh man. But like I was saying, for me it's like, yes, I'm training to be an amazing calisthenic athlete. But I'm training most importantly for myself. Most importantly, I'm training for my future. Most importantly, I'm training because my religion, Islam says to train your body because it's an act of worship. And that's why I like training. And this is the training that I like, because I like training to be above average. I like training to be able to do cool things. And so what I'm saying is that you need to strike a balance. Yes, you get your aesthetic physique, but if you go all the way to that side, you're always going to feel bad, because there's always someone that's going to be looking better than you at certain areas within your body, when it comes to your arms, legs, whatnot. So all I'm saying is quality work plus improving over time will get you the superficial stuff. Performance equals body goals. And if you focus on your journey, if you focus on the process of training to a high standard, you'll eventually get your PRs and you get your physique overall. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the gym. Alright guys, that is the end of training. Just 2 exercises, we had 3. I still didn't train, I did train neck, but I didn't film it. So if you want me to show you guys how I train my neck, let me know in the comments below. But let's see the pump. I've had this on Twitter now. I had it off, looks good. Tried a lot of skills today, but I'll talk to you guys about that in the car. But let's see how I actually look. Let's take this off. This is what I'm gonna have to do. This is what I'm gonna have to do. To be fair, I kind of like how I'm looking right now, honestly. Lats are coming in. Everything's coming in. Biceps. Everything's in, coming anyway. Training neck, I don't know if you can see a neck, I don't know if there's a neck pump to be honest. I literally did 2 sets, quickly bang them out because it's getting so late. But that's how I'm looking. So it's alright. Biceps are coming in slowly. Shoulders are, yeah. But honestly, I don't know how you pose, man. How do you pose? I'm just doing whatever that looks good to me. But yeah. But you know, I'm done. Talk to you guys in the car. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. And I can't lie, today I went to the gym around 10ish, I want to say, maybe 9:30. And I was just trying a lot of things. Right now, the time is about just past 12 o'clock. So at the beginning, I was doing my warm-up, whatnot. I saw this guy doing handstands. Maybe handstand push-ups, handstand. I was like, you know what? Let me ask him to like critique me, and I can't even do the basics. Like, I could do. It's so strange. It's like how some people can do like around the walls, yeah, in football or certain other skills, but when it comes to doing basic kick-ups, right, kick-ups, can't do it. It's the same thing for me. There's this one particular skill that I couldn't do, but it's mainly because of the lack of flexibility I have in my legs, and that's because I haven't trained my legs due to my injury, which I'll start doing eventually, inshallah. But no, the reason why I took so long with training is not even the training part. Honestly, it's a pro and a con, but I just love talking to people. I don't know, it's not even, I don't know what it is. I just enjoy talking to people. Like, you give me 2 minutes, or even 5 minutes, yeah, and as long as the other person is vibing, he's reciprocating the energy, and you know, he's carrying on the conversation, I truly believe that give me 2 minutes with somebody, I can talk to that person for half an hour, 40 minutes. There's this one particular guy, I never met him before. I was in the park, Polish Donny, yeah. I just said, hi, how you doing? And then from there, we started speaking about nootropics, university, and him thinking about creating this business, and coffee, Saudi Arabia, or just Arabs in general. I was like, that's such an amazing conversation. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we were forcing it, it just happens. But on the flip side, I don't get a workout done. It's not even the fact that I don't get a workout done. It's the fact that I take long breaks unnecessarily, but at the same time, I just really enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? So it's really like, it's really a crux for me, let's say. It's like, I love talking to people. I like waffling. There's no even waffling. I just like talking to people generally. You know, just yapping. I think that's it. I think it's yapping. Not even waffling, just yapping. I love yapping. But no, I was talking to my mate, and he was just saying, like, even though he's skinny, like he's tall guy, 6'3", skinny Donny, but at the same time he's skinny fat. And I'm like, and I have some cousins who are skinny fat as well, and I try to help him, but, and then I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to, you know, be one up of people, but I've never experienced that problem. I've been skinny my whole life. I never had this little pregnant thing going around my bottom, the lower part of my belly. Do you know what I mean? I never had that problem, and you know, alhamdulillah to that. But when people ask me, it's like, how do you stay skinny? It's like, honestly, I could give you so much, but I've never been through that experience, so I don't really know how to help you guys. Do you know what I mean? And I'll try my best. And if you're from like South Asian culture, country, I truly believe that it's honestly our diet and our culture when it comes to how you view fitness, how you view training. Because our culture, no, even our culture, sorry, our food, as nice as it is, you know, the jalebi with all that ghee going on, the samosa, at the same time, it's so bad. Like, I'm not saying you can't have it, but having it every day, or having it every other day, or you go into one of your family members' house and then you got a whole buffet of sweets, and you know these sweets are like highly processed sugars. Do you know what I mean? So I truly believe it's our diet, and our diet, although like, I don't even know how to explain this, but even though our diet is halal, yeah, we're eating permissible things. It's like, are we really taking in the best food? And it's like, not really. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but the thing is, we've been conditioned from like young, like to eat this stuff. So our dopamine receptors, I truly believe our dopamine receptors are just fried. Like imagine, yeah, you give a kid an iPad or give a kid an iPhone, yeah, since day one, instead of them going outside or playing with toys, using their imagination. Like you've seen iPad kids, they're absolutely horrific, you know. And obviously there's like degrees to it and there's levels to an iPad kid, but the severe ones are animals. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's the same thing when it comes to our diet. It's like we've been so conditioned to eating these nice sweet foods that now it's like when we want to have something like clean, it's like we can have it, but we don't have the desire to eat it. Why? Because we've already tasted a certain type of high. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, this is a blessing, I can't lie, but I've got Crohn's, right? And so it's kind of forced me to like really, really consider what I eat, mainly because of the fact that if I eat something that's not good for my stomach starts turning into an Alton Towers roller coaster, and it's not a fun one, I can tell you that, you know. And even though that I have to take certain medication, I have to take this, I have to take this tablet, blah blah blah, and give bloods and whatnot, the fact that it's made me more conscious of what I'm eating of what I'm eating and putting into my body has been a blessing, you know. Because before it's like, yo, I'm going boss man's, you know, give me £3 chicken and chips, yeah, say no more. I did it. Obviously my dad, he used to work in that industry, you know, he had his own restaurant, he's been in that industry for a while, so he knows what's truly going on behind the scenes, and I've worked in them, so I know what's going on. But it's like, yo, food is food at the end of the day. And so he's protected me from that, which is like, you know, shout out to my dad and my parents for that. But you know, it's just I really find it hard to like sympathize with someone who's going through a skinny fat phase, because I've never been through it. And if you are going through that phase, the best thing I could do, honestly, first go to the gym, whatever type of training you want to do, go to the gym. Secondly, do cardio, whatever cardio you want to do, skipping, football, whatever you want to do, running, jogging, do that. And honestly, you really need to be meticulous about your diet. Like, I'm talking very meticulous, you know. And the sugars, I'm telling you, it's the sugars. It's not the fatty food. I mean, the fatty food is a problem as well, but it's the hidden sugars that you need to be aware of, because those store in all those calories as well. And I'm telling you, like, I'm saying at the end of the day, just be balanced to what you eat, you know. Because those sugars, it's not the fact that they'll give you extra calories, it's the fact that you'll get addicted to it. Why? Because it's such a manufactured high that when you want to eat an apple, when you want to eat an orange or a banana, which is that natural sweet food, you won't like it as much. Why? Because it's not getting you that same type of high from the processed ones. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see obesity rates skyrocket, simply because of the fact that we've fried our dopamine receptors to such a point where we don't even like natural food anymore. I know, and I'm guilty of this to an extent, but I'm working on it, and I think that's one of the best advice that I can give you, you know what I mean? And it's hard if you're living with your parents. Do you know what I mean? And I sympathize with you. I try to give the best information that I can. But honestly, work hard at the gym, be conscious of what you eat, be aware of the sugars that you're eating, and do some cardio. And I think honestly you'll start seeing some progress. But other than that, I don't want to take up any of your day. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, and take care, and peace.